It's not Adjeley Doku. Everybody else calls me Adjeley Doku, so you can go ahead and do that. And it's strong and sassy. That's Katy Perry in the background with Roar. And wherever you are a champion. You gotta believe you are a champion. No matter what kind of relationship you've been in, sweetheart, you are a champion. No matter how your day went, you survived it. And here you are. Champion indeed. It's going to be pretty exciting on Strong and Sassy tonight. We're on till 8 p.m. And today we're talking about relationships on the edge. When do you walk out? What are some of the behaviors that makes you want to end the relationship? What are the things that you see that makes you feel like, your intuition just speaks to you. You know, Charlie, your instinct tells you that it's coming to an end. Let me end it. Or, okay, fine, let's try and work it out a bit. What do women look out for, the ladies? What do you see that throws you off and makes you feel like, it's time? And the gentlemen out there, we need to talk. What do we do as ladies that puts you off and you feel like, okay, it's time to end it? I want you to share with us some of the toxic relationships that you've been in. How did it go? When did you feel like it's time to walk out of it? I know it's a lot of questions I'm asking, but just send us a message on our WhatsApp number on 0244 340 437. 0244 340 437. And I'm here with two beautiful ladies. Some more will join us on Zoom. We'll have a wonderful conversation, and I want you to be part of it. Relationships on the edge. When do we walk out? Joining us on Zoom later will be Felicity Nelson and Yaya Boy. So the numbers to call are 0302-216-514. 0302-216-514. Send me a message on 0244-340-437. I want to hear your story. Some of the relationships you had to walk out of. Some of the things that put you off. You know, when you give your all and you get nothing. Yeah, some relationships like that. You give everything. You try to make it work. At the end of the day, nothing. Zilch. 0302-216-541. 0302-216-541. I want to hear your stories. I'll share mine with you as well. My name is Adjeley Doku. I'm here with Noella, Karen, Yali, Emanuela, and one of my beautiful friends, African. And later I will be joined by Yaya Bois. And Felicity's on. We're going to have a great conversation. But first, let me hear from you. Call us right now. 0302-216-541. 0302-216-541. Don't be shy. Share with us. Joy 99.7 FM is strong and sassy. And I have someone in the phone lines. Hello. Good evening, Mary.
Hi, good evening.
How are you? I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm great by great.
That's wonderful. Good to hear from you. Do you want to share your story with us?
Yes, a little.
Please go ahead.
Before we were about to get married when he had an accident. So I was with him throughout the hospital for 2 weeks. He never gave me money for transport. I cook, come back home, change his clothes. He never gave me money. But on his sick bed, what I was taking care of him, he was sending money to another.
Wow.
He never even gave me transport. And I saw the message and I'm like, wow.
Wow.
I have been here for 2 weeks, up and down, taking dropping,
I can
cooking for you,
imagine.
using my own money.
Mm-hmm.
And here you are. That person that you have been sending money to have not even called once to ask how you're doing. And you're just sending money to the person.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I walked out.
Yeah, you had to.
Because I saw that, no, this will not help me. So we have to cancel everything. I did not get married. I left him at the hospital.
Sweetheart, you did the right thing. How long were you together for?
About 3 years.
3 years.
Yes.
Throughout, he never said, "Oh, sweetheart, take something for this," or "Oh, I bought this for you," or something like that. Nothing.
Not even a gift.
Then that means, Charlie, you were nothing to him at all. I don't think you meant anything to him. Wow, Mary, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sharing. Hello, I have Sarah on the line. Good evening, Sarah.
Good evening, Na.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing fantastic. Sweetheart, share your story with us.
Okay, so I met a guy early part of this year before the COVID-19 started.
Mm-hmm.
We started dating. I would say probably from the beginning, he knew what it was about. I didn't. Because he saw me, I'm sure he saw something, I don't know. So we started dating. I mean, the first 3 months were fun. Then getting to the 4th month, okay, I had to support him financially because he was looking for a job. And I was willing to do it because, after all, I felt he's my man. Probably if the tables had turned, he would have done the same for me. Then in the 4th to 5th month, it got quite difficult to see him. And I remember I had to be begging to see him because he can't make time for me. I mean, it was quite hell for me. Yeah. All I required was just attention, that be there for me when I need you.
I know, right?
And he wasn't making time. And I started thinking, now that you don't even have a job, you tell me you are so busy that you go looking for a job for like 15 hours of the day. Me that I work, I am able to make time for you, and I'm asking you to make time for me, you can't. Then if you find a job, it means I will never see you. It was help for me when I say he says I'm nagging.
Wow. Yeah.
And when I ask of anything of him, it's like I'm the last person on his list of priorities. He will go all his rounds. When he's done, that is when he has time for me.
Wow.
Oh, yes. It started getting to me. I mean, I was thinking, I wasn't happy. Like, 5th month into the relationship, and I was telling myself, no, this is not going to happen. This is just a fresh relationship. If it keeps going on into like 1 year, I don't know what will happen. I'm not sure.
Then you start looking like the crazy person.
Oh, my sister. I had to be chasing him all over the place. I one time went to visit him, and this guy didn't have the report to even come to see me. I left the place because he told me he wasn't available.
Wow.
Oh, yes. And when I go home, he didn't even have the audacity to call me to ask me whether I had even gotten home because it was quite late.
Wow.
Yes. So I just put the brakes on the relationship and cut it off because I just couldn't stand it.
You don't deserve that. You deserve better. You deserve better. I'm glad you did. You got rid of it. There's so many other beautiful things out there for you. Trust me. There's somebody who's actually drooling over you, but you're not even realizing that the person is doing that. Thank you, Sarah, for joining us. We'll be still interacting with you guys, so keep your calls coming through 0302-216-5541. 0302-216-5541. We'll be talking to Felicity on Zoom. Hello, Felicity. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Good evening to you wherever you are.
Good evening to you and everyone listening.
Yeah. So now let's talk about this. Relationships. When do you know that they're on edge? Like, you feel it. How do you feel it? When do you know that it's time to let go?
Well, for me, I have very low tolerance. So I'm not really someone who likes to drag things along. So when I see a few things, if I realize that, you're not being as attentive anymore, maybe before we talk every day, we're suddenly talking once a week, or I call you, don't answer. You answer, you say, oh, let me call you back, and there's a constant thing, and you don't have a legitimate reason as to why that's happening. I just pull away. I'm never really that kind of woman that just kind of sticks around and hopes for the best, then no. My tolerance level is very low.
I feel you.
Like the minute I see any signs of, hey, it's looking like it's going downhill, I jump ship. Like I jump ship very quickly. I don't wait for it to drag. I don't even wait, because some women recognize that relationships are ending. They know it's ending, but then they'll still stay along, waiting for the other person to say, let's end it, because sometimes because you've been together for so long, it's so difficult for the other person to break it off, even if they don't feel the same way about you anymore. And I just don't want to be that woman. So maybe who says, if I just realize that things are not going how they used to be, I just tell you, you know what,
let's go. Yeah, and do people feel, do the guys that you've dated, do they feel offended by this? Sometimes they go like, oh, it's just a period, it's because of work, and they give you all sorts of excuses so you can stick around. Do you believe in that?
So before I'll take that decision, I would have, tried to address, because I like to communicate. So for me, if I see there's some changes in your behavior, I'll say, babe, like, this is what I've noticed, what's going on. I'll try to address it first. But if I realize that even after talking about it, you say sorry, you continue to display the same behavior, then I realize that there's no point. So by the time I say it's over, you're already, we've had the conversation previously. I've not seen the best apology is change behavior. So if I don't see any changes in your behavior and I realize I'm not going to stick around, I'll just end it. How you feel about that doesn't really bother me, because at that point you're hurting me with your behavior and I need to protect myself and my feelings. So I'll just end the relationship and block you.
Sometimes when you've already been through a horrible relationship and you've experienced certain things, when you're in a new one, sometimes you tend to see a few characteristics of the old one, and probably jump into conclusions. Sometimes doesn't that look like it's a bit of impatience? If you take your time, the person could, switch, or it's just you seeing things.
And that's why I would have a conversation with you. So I wouldn't just, so if I see that I've noticed that, okay, you're pulling away, you're not as attentive anymore, I'll try and communicate, I'll try and talk to you, what's going on? Is there something happening in your personal life, at work? I would try my best to get to the bottom of it. But if you're still not forthcoming and you're still exhibiting the same behavior, I can't continue to allow you to hurt me. And I've tried to reach out to find out what's going on. So it's not me being impatient or just jumping into conclusions. I've tried to assess the situation. I've tried to communicate with you. I've not seen any changes. I'm not going to stick around. I really am not.
Wonderful.
I'm just not going to.
And Noella is here with us. She's one of my colleagues. Noella, when is enough? When is it enough? I beg your pardon.
So I feel like as women, let me begin by saying that we know, when we get to that point where it's time to head out, we know. But we probably would not pay attention to that intuition when we are more invested
in the relationship,
emotionally. But for me, one thing does it for me, and that's respect. In a relationship, I rate respect even over love.
Okay.
I won't accept a proposal from a guy because he says he loves me or I feel like he loves me. I would accept because he respects me. And so when that respect is lost, jackpot for me, peace, I'm out.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everything can die down in a relationship, but respect can hold it together. And so because respect will not allow your partner to do things that would hurt you. And so you'd hear a married man say that, oh, my love for my wife is not exactly 100, but because I respect her, I'm not going to do this to hurt her. And so for me, when that respect is down, that's it, I'm off. And another thing that would make me head out of a relationship is not cheating, surprisingly.
Why not cheating? Wait, hold on. Why not cheating?
Because I feel like as women, we need to understand that a man will always be a man, for instance, and you can't stop a man from cheating.
You can't?
You can't.
No
a man will
stop
cheating when he wants to stop cheating. Because I have friends that are married men, married women as well, and some of them will tell me, my wife is perfect. I have no problems with my wife, but I have a side chick. And so you can be a trophy wife, you can be 100, but your husband would still cheat. It doesn't mean that you're at fault or anything. He's just being a man. And so back to what I was saying, what would make me head out of a relationship is when the excitement or the enthusiasm with which you used in wooing me into becoming your girlfriend is no more. And so for me, I would always tell guys that want to, begin a relationship with a certain lady, to always stay yourself. Give your 100%. I mean, give me you. Let me fall in love with you, your flaws and all. Don't be extra in the beginning. Then after 5 months, 6 months, you die down.
Yeah.
And then, I start asking, because when that happens,
you
as
start
a woman,
questions.
you start asking yourself questions. Okay, is there something I'm doing that I'm not supposed to be doing? Is there something that I should do that I am not doing? And then when you don't find the answers with yourself, you start asking the man questions. And so you begin having pep talks with him. Hey, what's going on? Why are you not doing this anymore? And after a while, it's going to look like you're nagging. And so for a man,
or you've lost your mind, like you're seeing things, you're hallucinating.
And so if you want me, if you love, let me fall in love with you, your flaws and all. If it's in you to call me once a day, call me once a day from the beginning. Let me fall in love with that you.
Don't let me fall in love with extra. 5 times a day.
Yes. 5 times a day, and in the middle of the relationship,
you cut it out.
Because we've done 2 or 3 bedmatics. You think, so
I know.
I will leave.
I know. But African is a man, and I'm glad he's here. I've got so many questions for you. First off, what happens to 3 months into, or like a month into a relationship? You guys are so cool, everything is so fine. Then all of a sudden the ghosting starts. What does that mean? You just disappear for like a couple of days and you're back up again, and then we're good to go. Then you just go cold again. What is?
Well, first I'd say good evening to everybody, and like Noella made a point where you need to know the person from the onset, because there are some people who every now and then they love their alone time. There are some people who it is not every time they always want to be with you. Some people like maybe today we are together, some other time you just want that solitary moment.
Okay.
There are people like that. So if you get to know him from the beginning, it helps a lot.
But if you want that moment to yourself, that's why you should communicate. Like, let me know. Let's communicate.
Exactly.
But sometimes you communicate with a man. He will tell you, okay, I'll be a better man.
Yes.
And then he repeats it over and over again. It means the
excitement
is lost.
As though he wants you to walk away from it.
He doesn't love you. There are people like that who every now and then they like that.
No.
You want that me time. So my thing is, a man won't discuss certain things with you from the beginning, like, okay, I'm like this, I'm like that, I'm like that. So you get used to that, like she's saying. Like, call me once a day, so I'm used to the once a day calling. Then you call me 6 times a day when you're wooing me. The way we're into the relationship and I'm so into the 6 times a day you're calling me, then you just cut it off. Then sometimes I don't hear from you at all.
Yeah. But sometimes, sometimes most men don't call 2, 3, 4 times.
Oh, they do.
Listen, no. The reason is this. The reason is naturally. It's not a thing to always be calling you.
So why use that when you want?
The thing is, if you call a lady once a day, most times the female thinks you're not caring enough. Like you're not caring. You don't think about her enough to call her, or you don't miss her enough.
So let me make that decision. Don't make it for me.
Let me get used to the fact that you are a one call a day person. Don't let me get used to all the attention. Like, they can take some time off every time in a day. He's texting you, he's calling and everything.
The thing is this. Most times, you at a point in time you might find the lady, complaining that you don't call her enough. So. The thing is this, that then the man wants to put in more effort.
So why don't you tell me at the beginning?
If I tell you, I don't. It sounds some way. Though that is the honest truth. But yes, exactly, because most women.
No, but wait, hold up. But wait, hold up. I think Felicity has something.
The thing is,
go ahead.
If you know that you're someone who likes to only speak once a day on the phone, you're not a phone person. Why pretend to me that you're a phone person?
Yes, exactly.
It's not every man who does.
Wait, guys, let's calm down. Wait, Felicity's still speaking.
Fall in love with someone else who is also a phone person, thinking that, okay, I've got someone who's my match, we like to talk all the time, we have so much to talk about, we have a lot in common. And then suddenly you start to go into your true self. That's deceptive. There's something deceitful about that, because that means that you have altered your behavior in order to win me over, and then now you're showing me the real you. People need to stop doing that. It is not okay. It's not okay to pretend to be what you're not in order to win someone over. Be yourself. If you're someone who likes to talk once a day is for no more. 5 times a day for more honor. So don't feel the need to pretend to be something that you're not in order to win someone, and then suddenly you start pulling away, having the person question themselves and ask what's going on, and then when you say if you know that naturally as a man or as whoever you are, you don't like to talk more than 1 time a day, then don't start that. Start how you wish to go along. Don't start something that you're not willing to continue. But I wanted to comment on something you said earlier. I don't believe that all men cheat. I believe that some men choose to cheat. I don't feel like every man is a cheat. And I feel like some men choose to cheat. And the reason why a lot of men cheat is because people like would say, oh, men, all of them cheat. For me, if you're my man, husband, boyfriend, you cheat, I'm out of here. I'm not going to tolerate cheating. The women who are willing to tolerate cheating, almost they're there. I'm not those women. I don't believe that all men cheat. I definitely don't believe that. No.
Felicity, Noella has something to ask you.
Yeah, I want to ask you. So, you leave the relationship because your guy is cheating, and then you get into another, hoping that that man won't cheat. You think he won't cheat also on you?
Yes, but the thing, my point is that first of all, men are not finished, and this idea that the only standard for men is that you're going to have a man, you have to take any man because all men cheat is a very low standard for me. I have higher standards for men than that. I expect better of men, of the men that I date and the men that I'm in relationships with. So I'm not going to, my standard is not, he can be anything, but no, he cheats is okay. No. My standards include a man who does not cheat. Equally, someone will not have a man who abuses them, where some women are more willing to accept a man who's abusive. That's where my standard is. So if he's a man who hits you and you want to stay with him, that's your choice. If he's a man that cheats, I'm not going to deal with a man that cheats. And if I have to date 500 men because they all cheating, I will date 500 men. I have absolutely no problem leaving a relationship and family. I will leave. And men are not finished. Like, men are not finished.
Sometimes we have to stand for something or you fall for everything.
Fine.
But before...
men are not finished. Like, the reason why so many men continue to cheat is because they know that so many women are willing to accept it. If more women were going to say, no, I'm not going to take this, I'm not going to accept it, more of them will be forced to conform and behave themselves. But they know that, I can have the perfect wife, perfect woman, and still be sleeping with other women, and she'll still accept me as I am. That's the reason why they continue to act that way. And not all men are like that. And for me, maybe if you cheat, just once I know I'm leaving, if the second one cheats, I'll leave. Third one, fifth, 100, 122, I'll leave. I don't care. Men are not finished. I mean, I'm a hot girl. I'll find another.
If you just joined us, we're on Joy 99.7. This is Strong and Sassy, and to you, the beautiful Nivea lovers, is glow season. This month we're celebrating your beauty. Reveal your beauty this beauty month with amazing discounts of up to 15% of Nivea products, lotions in selected stores. That's right. Rush to the following shops and shopping centers and enjoy discounts galore with Nivea this beauty month. We're talking about Malcolm, Max Mart, ShopRite, NS Chemist shops. Also get similar discounts at Daddy Ash, Amp, and all leading cosmetic shops in Accra. Also check out your social media platforms and take a chance to win an extra gift. Facebook is Nivea Ghana. Instagram is Nivea_GH. Offer valid while stocks last. Nivea, be you, be beautiful. And today we're talking about relationships on edge and when to walk out. Noella Karinyali is here. Emanuela is here. She hasn't said much, but she's going to talk soon. African is here, but he's the only guy here, and we're almost stream up. Felicity is on Zoom with us. She's having a great conversation. I'm loving her energy. And Amma is joining us. She's a media producer and a vlogger. But before we get that, we get to Amma and Emanuela talking. African, one thing I want to ask you. Sincerity. Let's all be sincere, okay? In all sincerity, I beg your pardon. What is it that men look out for? What is it that makes them, that puts them off, that turns them off, and they feel like, okay, it's time to end? Sometimes a man will not tell you that he's about to end a relationship. In your head, you think you're still together. In all seriousness, you're doing everything, but with him, I've had a lot of guys tell me that with me, my head is done, it's over and done with. What is it that puts them off?
I think at the point when you have to tolerate more than adore the person, when the fights are too much and arguing, and when there is no that emotional connection again, and then when I think dreams, aspirations, and dreams That is one factor. Because if I have some aspirations, if I have things I want to, achieve and all that, and then I want to know if
there's nothing you can add on.
Exactly. Exactly. So if I don't find that in you, I mean, it's,
like
there will yes,
barrel.
exactly. And then if we can't have, and also if, you always have to fall back to memories, old memories. Oh, when it used to be like this, when it used to be like that, when we used to, and then you understand, and you don't see future in the whole thing. If she doesn't compliment you, I mean.
But what you guys see as nagging is her trying to
communicate something. To
yes,
you.
Probably you keep doing the same thing over and over again. Have you guys stopped to think about that?
Exactly. That's why I was saying that if, like, at a point, there are some men who, if you are nagging, it depends on like how the relationship starts, or what constituted to that nagging. There are some ladies who, like, some ladies can talk to you. If some ladies don't even nag, even if you are wrong, the man is wrong, she wouldn't nag. She will talk to you, and then if you are, she will cool down. And then when you talk, the man talks, and then you calm down, then she will talk to you amicably. There are some women who can do that. Yeah. You don't necessarily have to nag. Because, you see, most men, because of ego reasons, wants to feel like he's the man of the house. So even some men, even if he's wrong, you see, when somebody's wrong, two wrongs don't make it right. So if somebody's wrong and then he's making it, then you are also,
heating it up.
Exactly. It doesn't solve anything.
Yeah. But there's some people.
So, and I'm not speaking for all men, because irrespective of how it goes, some men will always be some way.
But in a relationship where you, Amma and Felicity, please join me. Please, I hope you're listening in. Emanuela, I want to hear from you. And whatever you do, the number of times that you act like a fool for them, they're still going to take advantage of it. Whether he loves you or not, he will still take advantage of the fact that, oh, my woman, she's cool. I can just throw tantrums and he's fine with it. She'll not say anything. Yeah. Have you experienced that before?
I have.
How did that turn out?
Badly. Like, I actually kept quiet for so long, and he kept doing the same thing over and over and over again, and I got fed up, so I just walked out.
You just walked out?
Yeah.
But Amma, what do you think about this situation? If you were in that situation, I'm cool, I don't complain much, I don't say anything. When you calm down, I come and speak to you respectfully, and still I get cheated on. Still he behaves the way he does. He doesn't call me, he doesn't check out on me, nothing. How would you deal with it?
Well, I think you should start preparing yourself for a breakup, because it's all the clear signs. Those are the red flags that we keep talking about. When somebody wants you, I've come to learn that when somebody really, really wants you, they'll always make an effort, especially a man wanting a woman would always make an effort. So the moment you start questioning whether this thing is safe, whether you can ask him some questions, whether you can get angry or not, then you know there's something wrong. He's not feeling the same way. And so if you force it, you're just going to hurt yourself some more. If anything, he's going to come back for whatever benefit he can get for the moment. And then you're back to square one. So you're just postponing the heartbreak.
And I genuinely feel that people, what you tolerate is what people continue to do. So when you're with someone, it's not just in like sexual relationships or whatever, even friendships. The things that someone knows they can get away with is the things they'll continue to do. So I don't believe in this idea that you're doing things wrong and I'm not going to tell you. If I don't like something, if we're partners, I'm supposed to be able to tell you. But this idea that I'm supposed to say and say it to you in a way that makes your ego feel so that you're comfortable in your ego. Why can't we if my feelings are being hurt, why should I have to consider your ego before my feelings? Like, I don't understand why we're constantly having to place male egos over my feelings. I don't place the man's ego over my feelings. If you're my partner, I respect you as a human being, not because you have an ego, because I equally have an ego. So if you do something I don't like, I'm going to tell you I don't like X, Y, and Z. And I genuinely feel like if someone cares about you, what you don't like, they'll stop doing it. Like my boyfriend, for example, he's not really a phone person, but because he knows I like to talk a lot, so he's become a phone person over time. It took a long time for us to get to where we are now. We have hours and hours of conversations over the phone. He doesn't really feel like that, but because he genuinely cares about me and loves me, so he's adapted. And I feel like if someone loves you and cares about you, you'll find that they will adapt, and you will do the same for them. you'd adapt aspects of your behavior. Sometimes he likes to kind of be on his own. He doesn't want to talk. I respect that because that's his personality. So it's just about mutual understanding and respecting each other's boundaries.
Yeah.
But also intentionally hurting the other person and expecting the other person to just say, because I don't believe in that. If someone is doing something you don't like, tell them. If they're not going to change, leave. I just feel like too many women are staying in extremely terrible relationships.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they feel like, I've spent 4 years of my time, I've given him 5 years of my life, I've given him my best years. It doesn't matter. You gave him your best years, and now you're in a really horrible relationship. Leave. There's better out there. You can find someone who's going to fulfill you, who's going to love you for who you are. You don't need to stay in rubbish just because you've already spent 5 years within it. You don't have to.
I like that. You don't have to spend years in rubbish. I want to say something. When you're, ask a question. When you're in a relationship and your partner just says, it's okay, I'm done, and you weren't expecting it, how does that make you feel in the first place?
Surprised. I'll ask questions, obviously. I would want to know why all of a sudden you don't want us to continue our relationship. And whether your response is tangible or not, once you've been able to tell me, it's over. It's going to hurt, because definitely this is someone that you have invested a lot of emotions into, a lot of time. And so definitely you'd have trouble. I mean, the first couple of weeks, first couple of months.
Yeah.
But eventually, you'll be okay. And quickly, I want to say something in response to Felicity.
Yeah.
It's totally okay if, as a woman, you don't want to tolerate a cheating partner. It's fine. But for me, I'm speaking from, I mean, it's my opinion. I think I have come to accept the bitter, hard truth that 90% of our men would cheat.
Some of them are saying that after
cheating, it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Both women and men cheat. There are women that they would say, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. And so have multiple partners. So if today Kwame acts funny and wants to leave,
you push him to the curb.
I wish you well. I go with Kojo. So, I mean, for me, so far as you're dating me, and you don't make it too obvious you're cheating on me, you respect me enough to know your boundaries.
Yours is respect.
Exactly. Boundaries like you're sitting with me, we're having a conversation, you're not chatting on your phone with another girl, you're sitting with me, you don't have a call and you're talking funny. I don't want to see that you're cheating. And once you know your boundaries enough to not let me know, we're cool.
You're good.
We're good.
Wow.
Once I also don't go snooping, but we're good.
Wait, talking about snooping, doesn't the snooping contribute to some of these breakups and stuff, and the
I feel like
guys' attitude changing?
I feel like I feel like you have no business in a man's phone, and it's the same way a man doesn't have no business
in your phone.
In my phone. Like, let's respect our privacy like that. We are not married. We're just trying something out to see where it will end.
No,
and even in marriage, I mean, if your husband doesn't want you to go through his phone, don't. And it's the same way. He should be okay with him not being allowed to go through your phone as well. And I mean, if we can respect these things, I mean, we should be fine.
Emanuela, I saw you nodding your head. The snooping, sometimes it peeves the men off.
Definitely, totally, because everybody wants his or her privacy.
Yes.
I wouldn't like you to come through my phone to see. Maybe there are some messages that I need to flirt to get maybe a business deal.
Not even that. As
you
a
have
woman,
to flirt first to get
even that, Emanuela. Not even that. No, as a woman. You know, the funny thing is, married women, even married women get people that are
interested in them.
There are some things that they say flirting is good.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. They say flirting is good. So, not necessarily I love you or something, but the conversation has to be interesting.
Okay.
So, if you go through my phone, you see all these messages, and you make a conclusion that, my girl is cheating on me, that will make you think I am going out with people or something.
But that's
it
not
will
the
cause
case.
a breakup.
Yes.
So, as for going through or searching your man's phone or your man's phone is totally out of
Snooping is wrong, I think. Snooping.
Totally out of the line.
Personally, I've done it before. The experience was bad. And I have promised myself never, ever.
Did you lose somebody because of that?
Because what I was looking for, I got it. And it was bad. The feeling was bad.
You go ahead?
I go ahead.
Badly.
So I think it's better not to look and not know than look.
I don't know because I don't really have any hard and fast rules about snooping because if you're married, for example, you're having unprotected sex with this person, right? And this idea that don't cheat on me and do it respectfully and I don't want to know. When I have HIV, I'll know when I get HIV. So this idea that I don't want to see anything, see no evil, hear no evil until you probably bring me an STD or HIV, I don't know. I definitely don't agree with that. But then at the same time, I can respect that people can have their phones and their privacy because things can be taken out of context. You could take someone's phone, you could see something like, oh, hey, honey, and assume that it means they're flirting, but it's really just something that you say to everybody. So things can be taken out of context if you go through someone else's phone, if you don't know the pre-existing relationship. So I do accept that, but at the same time, I don't believe in this whole idea that, I'm just going to close my eyes and just do it outside. And because even if he's doing it outside, he can, or if she's doing it outside, she can bring you a deadly disease. He can bring you a deadly disease. Mm-hmm. So what it is, his outside behavior affects you. It has an effect on you. So this idea that don't show me, I don't want to see, I don't want to hear it, it can still affect your health. And if you're a family, you have kids, if both of you end up with HIV, you both die, the kids, there's so many implications. So I don't want us to have a society where we take cheating so lightly, especially within the marriage space.
I can see that.
Such a big impact on the family.
I haven't heard you say anything on the snooping issue because I've done it before. I've gotten into trouble with that.
Yeah, for a long time I've been team no snooping. Let me make a confession. I snooped once and I was like, why did I really have to do this? But because it was painful what I found out. But I would advise that you snoop once in a while. Don't make it a thing because it was helpful. The information I gathered while snooping was very helpful. It made me realize that I was trusting the wrong person. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it saved me to an extent. So I would advise that if you should. Ideally, you shouldn't have to snoop. Okay, you should be open with your partner. I don't know why if you really say you're in a committed relationship with somebody, you want to keep your phone on. You want to have passwords and hiding so many things. That is red flag number one. I mean, come on, we're in a committed relationship or even marriage. So what exactly, if it's not business related, I'm not supposed to know about, is so private that you have to hide. And even some people even go to the extent of putting a password on their WhatsApp and then on their gallery
pictures and everything.
And on their separate apps. Like, that's too much work to do just to cut some extra fun out there. If you really want to cut some fun, maybe you should talk to your partner to allow you get into an open relationship with them. I think it's something people need to start accepting. Now, I started asking myself, can we all sincerely be in a monogamous relationship? I don't think everybody is willing to be disciplined enough to be in a committed relationship where it's a monogamous one. So if you know you can't be, just talk to your partner or find a partner who's open to you being with other people whilst you're with them. So you can save other people who want a monogamous relationship the heartache of being with you.
You people are killing me with this open relationships and stuff, but Strong and Sassy is probably sponsored by Nivea Beauty, and this month is Beauty Month. And it's glow season, so we're celebrating your beauty. So reveal your beauty this month with amazing discounts up to 15% off Nivea Beauty lotions in selected stores. That's right, rush now to the following shopping centers and enjoy discounts galore with Nivea this beauty month. Malcolm, Maxmart, ShopRite, NS Chemist shops all over the place. Get similar discounts at Daddy Ash, Amber, and all leading cosmetic shops in Accra. Also check out our social media platforms and take a chance to win an extra gift. Facebook is Nivea Ghana. Instagram is Nivea_GH. Offers valid while stock lasts. Nivea B beautiful. And African wanted to say something. African. Wait, first of all, hold on. The snooping. And and then I want to find out. You guys, when you guys we leave, and you don't think that we can leave because most of the time men don't think that the woman will walk away. How is it like for you the first few days?
first, men like compared to women, women feel breakups maybe from the first day.
Yeah.
For a man, from the first day when you leave, I mean, we're going to party with friends. We are going to party. Yeah. Then, for a man, then probably for the next maybe 3 days, you start missing some of the things you used to.
Some men would actually won't care. Won't
then
give a
from
damn.
about a month, that is when really men start to feel it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't feel it from the beginning like that, because there's always guys who say, Charlie, she left you where you did. You fool. Because men, they'll always want to give you that support, that moral support and all those stuff. Charlie, don't know about you.
Teasing or moral? Do you call teasing moral support? Do you call teasing moral support?
That is how
men deal with it.
That is how we deal with it.
Okay.
No, they will tease you, but you know that they tease after they will tease Charlie. Dog, Charlie, the normal.
Yeah.
They happy, me too. Then this one will share his story. This will share this. Then after probably a month later, when you start missing a girl, maybe you see the girl with another person or something. Then
it starts hitting you bad.
Like,
but when she's glowing, when she starts glowing, she's
looking beautiful. Yeah. But I want to hear the snooping. Is that part of the reasons why some men just jump ship and they're done, they're going?
I can't speak for all men, because me personally, if you come into my phone, if you take my phone and then you go through it, you hardly, I don't know, if we are dating, because you
so you're
understand.
Loyal. You're the loyal kind.
No, he's not loyal. Look at his face. Look at his face.
No, I'm trying to explain something here.
The
thing is this, because once you start dating, you know the kind of work I do, and also I'm a flirt. Yeah, so you need to understand that I'm a flirt. But then I won't flirt like intimate flirting.
Okay.
No. I'm not that kind of flirt. Like flirt and then we have to sleep. No. But you see, sometimes flirting is healthy.
Hey! Yes. How did it become? Okay. Noella, did you hear that? Ladies, Amma.
Exactly.
Felicity, did you hear that? It's healthy. It's healthy.
Yes.
You don't mean it.
Yeah,
I mean it.
No, emotionally. Sometimes, sometimes it gives you that feel good confidence. Like, sometimes it makes you like, when you are flirting, like sometimes you use some words, you say some sentences, and you be like, oh, Charlie, so it be me, I thought this thing the way. Charlie, then, sometimes it makes you know that, okay, like, you're going
still fresh, you still got it.
Fresh, yeah, and then, one thing I want to quickly add, it's arguable, but, well, men, naturally, especially African men, were not built for one woman.
Thank you.
Really? So, I was coming to that, because with this whole monogamous...
Do
you want to be in a... Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Do you want to be in an open relationship?
Do you mean DNA? Is it in the DNA to be with multiple women, or what? African men.
Felicity, are you lost, baby girl?
No, that is how men have been programmed. The thing is this, you see, so if by grace, you find a man who is committed to you. Hallelujah. I mean, it's cherish that one.
Yeah.
Cherish it with everything you've got.
It hardly happens.
Yes, cherish it with everything you've got. Because men naturally, no.
Really,
no.
You see, but if your girlfriend
meant to accept you,
so if your girlfriend decides today that, okay, let's be in an open relationship, would they allow her to be in an open relationship? Because she could get somebody, way good looking than you are, who has more money than you are, than you have.
It depends on the man. Like, some people are okay with it. Some people even swing. We have people
in Ghana. People swing in Ghana.
Yes.
For me,
you'll be surprised of what people do in their sexual lives, even here in Ghana. Most times people think that this happens in the West only, but hey, we are all humans. That gets you thinking of what the human body is capable of. I mean, every human being is capable of the worst things, the best of things and the worst of things. It doesn't matter where you're from. You could be from Ghana or the West, and you can do anything at all. Like, really. Anything.
There are a lot of messages. Let me bring the listeners also in. This one says, Kweku says, as a man, I really don't expect much from my partner, but I hate ladies who always position themselves for thank you, yet not appropriate. Okay, that's coming from Kweku. Now, it was my first relationship which I started just before I left for level 100. she wouldn't let me be because I had to be on the phone with her virtually at any time. I didn't have lectures, and it affected my performance somehow. But now that wasn't the problem. But regular complaints about what one unknown person or another had told her about me, a lot more than I can share. But I got tired and had to call it all because she obviously believed others and not me. Good evening, ladies. I love that statement. A man will always be a man. That's Yao from Achimota. The deception is created by both. The woman desires a man who tries more and further for her. The man only plays her game. When a man is calling you plenty within a day, he's only horny and needing satisfaction. Oh my God. The woman wouldn't like the real man. We both just play the game of pretending. On the other hand, when the pleasure and adventure stops, that is when the relationship gets stale. And the parties begin thinking it's not working. Just discover your vibe again and continue. That's Maccabee Anthony. Okay. Great program. Just that I am scandalizing that all panelists seem to think only men cheat. Women are equally capable of cheating. Make no mistake. Some of the most insidious, dangerous, and unrepentant cheaters are women. People cheat. Why?
You thought
no, in a way. I agree with the person. I agree with the person texting. I was about to say that about especially African men wanting multiple women. This whole thing is just an orientation. Imagine a world where women have the orientation men have, that they believe they are the ones to do the marrying, and they can choose to marry multiple men and all that. Just flip the script, and it's very possible. So it's in the same line. Women can also want to be with multiple people, and there are women who are actually into that. I'm currently watching a show on Netflix, and she's got to have it. This lady doesn't like commitment, and she's got multiple fuck buddies. Multiple.
Wow, my. Yeah.
Sorry. Multiple partners.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to commit. And when you watch it, you'll be like, oh, wow, but this is the reality. I'm sure for a number of women, who are living that life, who's not themselves.
Yeah.
Who don't want to commit, or they are ready to commit, but then they want to be with multiple people at the same time. So it's not something that is for men only. It's for every human being. Every human being can want to be with multiple people and can be with multiple people without a bother in the world.
Felicity, can we hear from you as we're wrapping up?
Yeah, I completely agree with what she just said. Cheating is not gender specific. We've made it seem like only men like multiple things. But let's be honest, as a woman, if we even get more options, if we want to cheat, it's even easier for us to cheat because women get approached by how many men on a daily basis. So there's always a choice to cheat. Cheating is not something that's in your DNA. People choose to cheat. Nobody stumbles and falls into another person's private parts. It's always a choice. And I just want to kind of wrap up for women, please have some red flags in relationships, things that you say, this is where I draw the line. Have a point where you draw the line, regardless of however long you've been in that relationship. Have certain things that you say, this is where I draw the line. Have some standards when it comes to the men that you want to be with. So when it gets to that limit, you can leave, you can walk away, and you can leave with your dignity. Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. Noella, they've touched on cheating and how it's both gender, but I want us to talk about the fact that when you're in a relationship and you realize that it's over,
leave. Have a conversation with the person first. Let's see if something can happen that can salvage the issue. If it can't, sometimes when something happens in a relationship and you guys are trying to communicate, maybe you don't really decide on anything. There's this period where both of you are ignoring each other.
Yeah,
I hate that thing.
Don't go.
Where you can even ignore. Both of you can ignore each other for a week and even more, months. Go. Leave. Because I feel like it means there's no excitement in the relationship. The interest is lost.
Yeah, it's finished.
And I still stick to my cheating thing. As a woman, cheating shouldn't be the reason why you leave any relationship, especially marriage. I have a friend who left her marriage because her husband cheated on her, only to end up with a married man.
Wow. African.
Oh, yeah. I've actually read a few of such stories.
Well,
Yeah. That. What do you want to say? Let's wrap up.
Well,
when it's
just
time.
Like her, I think cheating shouldn't be the basis why you want to leave your man.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean. Because it might just be that maybe the other woman is just for the fantasies, just for the sexual fantasies.
Yes.
Nothing more than that.
Yeah.
But you, the wife, maybe his whole being, you're prayerful, you're supportive, you're everything, you know what I mean?
But when a relationship is done, right?
It's done. There's nothing.
If you can do something about it, well, congratulations. But if you can't, it'll be best to just leave.
Emanuela.
Okay, all that I can say is, if you want to leave because your partner cheated, it is your decision. It is your choice.
Yeah.
We are not going to say, 90% men cheat, so stay with your man. Because there are some people, whether you like it or yes, they are going to
cheat. Yes.
And they are not going to change because they love you or they don't love you.
No.
That is
just
them.
a man thing.
That is them. So it is your choice to either stay or leave. That's what I can say.
Eventually, you'll be okay.
And Strong and Sassy was sponsored. Was sponsored by Nivea Beauty, and this month is Beauty Month, and yes, it's glow season. So please, you're going to get up to 50% discount on all Nivea lotions in selected stores, and it's time for you to reveal that beauty you have. So rush to the following shopping centers and enjoy discounts galore with Nivea this Beauty Month: Malcolm, Maxmart, ShopRite, NS Chemist shops. Get similar discount at Daddy Ash, Amp, and all leading cosmetic shops in Accra. Also check out our social media platforms and take a chance to win an extra special gift. Facebook is Nivea Ghana. Instagram is Nivea_GH. Offers valid while stock lasts. Nivea, be you, be beautiful. A big thank you to Felicity and to Ama Mreku for joining us. A big thank you to Noella Karinyali and to Emanuela N. African. Thank you to you doing the listening. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Adjeley Doku. This was Strong and Sassy. Before that. And after this, Sammy Forson is going to come on with the Overdrive. Thank you so much.